Loktargar friends. Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another Orc Mode workout. And just like yesterday's workout, today was PRs, today was good. Weak point training is paying off. And again, we're going to come back to the point, no calorie surplus on very, very low carbohydrates. The diet is working fine, meaning recomposition, strength gain, everything else is happening pretty effectively, and work capacity has been improving. So no complaints at all there. So today was floor press for max effort, and I ramped up, and this is what, 295? I got to 305. 305 was the PR a month ago, right? But we've been doing all this tricep work. We're doing a lot of extra tricep work, and I'm going to continue to do tricep work because I think it's pretty clear visually triceps are very much a weak link in my musculature. And I am largely a tricep dominant presser. Like my chest grows from anything that I do. I would have a big chest even if I stopped lifting. That just comes naturally to me. But my triceps really always seem to be my limiting factor on pressing. And so if I want to get stronger at all my pressing, I got to keep hammering the triceps. So here was the 305. And I brought the grip in just a hair. Here's 305 though. Felt easy. Right? It was a little bit grindy a month ago, right? That was a little grindy a month ago. Just went right up. So I bumped it up to 315. Watch this. Nice and clean. I felt like I could have gone ahead and gone a little heavier for another single, but this is a 10-pound increase, right? This is a 10-pound increase over a month ago. Don't get greedy on max effort work. If you hit a 10-pound PR, you are done. You're done. Look at that, nice and clean. Not even grindy. I mean, not super fast, but felt like I left a few pounds in the tank. So I'm happy with it. We're going to take it. Chin-ups. Went for a 5-pound PR today too. So again, for people who remember what I'm doing, I'm alternating pull-ups and chin-ups. And I deload about every 4 weeks or so. I deload it and I skip a max effort session. And then we do dynamic effort all four weeks, right? So I'm alternating these, so pretty much every couple of weeks I'll hit a 3-rep max again on either chin-up or pull-up, so we're alternating back and forth, which is fine for now. And I feel like chin-ups need to be a mainstay. I've added them in to replace my rows on my more volume-oriented dynamic effort days. And I feel like even that's starting to pay off. That rep work, all those 6s I did last week, I feel like it's paid off. Because my biceps were not hurting as bad today. Right, they were not hurting as bad today after chin-ups. Normally after chin-ups and pull-ups, my biceps are on fire. But maybe, just maybe, I'm seeing a small amount of bicep hypertrophy happening from the little bit of volume work. Right, it's possible. Not going to be enough to see visually, because very small increases in hypertrophy equal a few pounds in strength. But, I got to this next one, and people need to remember, with my boots on, having breakfast, having had several cups of coffee, my scale weight's going up. So I suspect by the time I get to these chin-ups, with clothes, with boots, with everything on, I'm probably at least 225, right? I've got to be close to 225 after feeding, boots, all of that. I bet you I'm at least that, if not more. So 75 pounds, that's at least 300 pounds of total weight. And I did a triple, full range of motion. Now it was hard. Like this was hard. This was a true 3-rep max for me. Like no BS. Oh, I could have ground out one more rep. People always say that. Nuh-uh. This was all I had. But if this is at least 300 and a true 3-rep max is around 90%, right? 90%, that means at least 330 again. That's getting back to where I was on Bulgarian. All right, we're getting back up there. Do we figure my max is probably close to 330 total for a chin-up? That's pretty good. I think I can improve on it. And I think the chin-up needs to be treated as a primary exercise for most people, right? I have strength standards for it. But 75 pounds for a triple, at my sort of body weight, I'll take it. Now, there's room to grow on. Would it be awesome if I get to 100 pounds for a triple? That'd be cool. So then I did some back off work. Now you guys notice I'm doing a medium grip bench. Depending on who you ask, some people will count this as a bench press. Some people count it as a medium grip bench. Some people count it as a closed grip. I'm going to count it as just a medium. My pinkies are probably at least 2 to 3 inches inside the rings. I'm exactly halfway between the knurling, the edge of the knurling, and the rings. And I think that's a good placement for me because I want to slowly start working on getting a little bit wider. I don't want to do just closed grip, but I also don't want to do real wide because my shoulders, I have longer arms. Real wide hurts your shoulders. So I wanted to go ahead and see where I'm at. Try to ramp to a 3 rep, close to a 3 rep max. And I felt like with the third set, I got there to the point to where my third rep on the next set wouldn't be meet legal, right? And people need to understand that. That always comes up. You try to criticize certain other channels or whatever, and you say their lifts won't be meet legal, and they don't understand because they don't compete. They think that you're messing with them, and you really aren't. So if you watch this is 295, pause, meet legal, triple, right? First 2 reps are meet legal. Notice I'm dug in tight, no foot movement, good pause, press, clean lockout, right? Pause, press, clean lockout. Down here, you'll notice the up and down of the bar. See right there? The bar didn't come to a complete stop. You saw up and down movement on each of the sides. That's a red light. That third rep, red light, no lift. Now, for strength purposes, I'm going to count it. I'm strong enough to do it for a triple, even after having done my other work, right? I'm strong enough to have done it, but we're riding that bleeding edge. Also, again, that's probably 90% fatigued after having hit other maxes, but we'll count it as 90%. So I would say I'm going to break out a calculator here, right in the middle of discussing this, because I haven't done the math yet, because I just now got over to doing this. So if that's 90%, about 327.7 repeating, like Leroy Jenkins. So about 327 would probably be roughly my max at the moment. That's good because we hit 320 last week for close grip max. So hopefully by the time we roll around to hitting a max bench again, we can get 325, ramping back up, even at maintenance after cutting. So now it's nothing but JM presses, 5 sets of JM presses. Because why? Because my triceps are my weak link on all my pressing. And what is the mantra right now? All right, we do all these heavy lifts. We're doing conjugate style max effort work. We're doing concurrent periodization using a lot of pause type dynamic effort, dead stop dynamic effort with conjugate max effort work rotating through my stuff with enormous amounts of small muscle work on my off days. But what's the mantra? You find your weak link and you crush it with as much direct volume as it can handle. You make your weak links grow. And you don't do random stuff for them. You don't do random stuff. You don't do bro stuff and say, oh man, let me just do 4 different exercises. No, you find the exercise that's going to give you the most size and strength and wherever your weakest link is, and you beat it into the ground. You hammer it. You take all of your additional recovery ability and you focus it into that weak point. So in this case, my triceps are my weak link on all my pressing. The JM press is one of the best tricep accessory movements for the bench press because it hits the triceps in a way that directly carries over to the bench. So I'm going to come in and do 5 sets of these, right? And I'll probably try to do the same thing again on my volume day. Beat my triceps up, and we're getting stronger at it, and that's the point, right? I'm getting stronger. I was struggling with 95 pounds to do this a couple weeks ago for even 6 reps. Now we're doing multiple sets of 10 with 100. Like I bumped it up. I'm going to keep micro-loading it up. What's the goal? I want to be able to do sets of 10 on this with a full plate per side. When I get up to 135 for sets of 10, my triceps will probably no longer be limiting my bench press. And my bench press should have gone up significantly by then. Should have gone up significantly. Now, do I know how strong I can get on the JM press? No idea. But we've got a benchmark to reach towards. So we're going to reach towards it. Now, I hit the uprights right there, and I had to readjust myself. I wanted to do this as an AMRAP on the 5th set instead of just 10, and I lost count. I think I did 2 right there, and then I think I did 11 more after unracking it again. So what does that tell us? We can exceed 5 sets of 10 with this weight. Means we need a micro load next time. Bump it up again. Now use a little micro plate, go up another 2.5 pounds. Keep getting stronger at this accessory. Do tons of volume. Grow my triceps. My triceps need to be bigger, thicker, stronger. So I hope it's been informative, And I will talk to you guys next time. And here's the PR again.